The path beyond suffering, hope in Buddhist teachings. If the first noble truth is that life is suffering, the later truths bring balance and hope. The Buddha explained, suffering has a cause. Suffering can end, and there is a path to that end. This path is called the Noble Eightfold Path. The end of suffering is possible. The third noble truth reminds us that suffering is not permanent. Just as fire burns only when it has fuel, suffering continues only when fed by craving. If craving is reduced, suffering fades, leaving behind peace and clarity. This ultimate freedom is called nirvana, the Eightfold Path, a practical guide. To reach nirvana, the Buddha gave 8 practical steps, grouped into wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Right view, understanding reality and the 4 noble truths. Right intention, cultivating compassion and letting go of harmful desires. Right speech, speaking honestly and kindly. Right action, living ethically and avoiding harm. Right livelihood, choosing work that benefits, not harms. Right effort, directing energy toward growth and away from negativity. Right mindfulness, being aware of body, mind, and emotions in the present moment. Right concentration, practicing meditation to develop deep inner peace. Applying this path in daily life. Relationships. When we cling too tightly, fear of loss creates suffering. Mindful love brings freedom and balance. Work and money, endless craving for wealth never satisfies. Gratitude and purpose bring deeper joy. Failure and change. Life constantly shifts. By accepting impermanence, we see failure not as an end, but as part of growth, a message of hope. The teaching that life is suffering is not meant to depress us. It is meant to awaken us. Once we see suffering clearly, we also see its cause, and therefore its solution. The Eightfold Path is not abstract philosophy. It is a practical way to live with wisdom, compassion, and peace. In the modern world, full of stress and uncertainty, these teachings remain as relevant as ever. They remind us that while we cannot control everything in life, we can transform how we relate to it. By practicing awareness, letting go of craving, and walking the path, we can discover a freedom that no loss, change, or pain can ever destroy. The Buddha's message is not life is hopeless. It is life has suffering. But freedom is possible if you choose the path. Life is suffering. Understanding the first noble truth. When the Buddha declared that life is suffering, he was not trying to spread hopelessness. Instead, he was revealing a deep truth about the human condition. The Pali word he used, dukkha, is often translated as suffering, but its meaning is much wider. Dukkha includes pain, dissatisfaction, restlessness, and the subtle sense that life never feels completely secure or fulfilling. Think about everyday experiences. You may work hard for success, earn money, or enjoy relationships, yet a part of you still feels uneasy. That unease is dukkha. It does not mean happiness is impossible. It means happiness built only on external things is unstable. The 3 forms of suffering. The Buddha explained that suffering appears in 3 main forms. Ordinary suffering, physical pain, illness, aging, and death. These are unavoidable facts of human life. Suffering from change. Nothing lasts forever. The joy of youth, love, or wealth fades with time. When good times pass, we feel loss. Existential suffering. The deep dissatisfaction that arises even when everything seems fine. The mind always wants more, never fully at peace. These 3 show that suffering is not just about dramatic pain. It is woven into the fabric of existence. The root of suffering, craving. The Buddha taught that the cause of suffering is craving, Tanha. We constantly want life to bend to our desires. This craving takes different forms. The craving for pleasure, chasing comfort, possessions, and sensory delights. The craving for existence, clinging to identity, status, and ego. The craving for non-existence, wishing to escape pain or erase unwanted experiences. For example, when someone we love leaves us, the pain is not only from separation. It is from the craving that they should have stayed forever. In this way, craving ties us to a cycle of disappointment. Why this truth is not negative. At first, life is suffering may sound pessimistic, but in reality it is empowering. By naming the problem honestly, the Buddha pointed us toward a solution. Ignoring suffering doesn't make it go away. Facing it directly opens the door to freedom. This is why the first noble truth is not about despair, but about awareness. It tells us, see clearly so that you may live wisely.